Yes, people, it's your boy Leon Charles. I'm back yet again with another episode of the Mind, Muscle, Hustle podcast. Today, we're going to be catching up with Sam Brice, entrepreneur, family man, and gym goer who turned a £300 investment into a £1.6 million business. That is insane. Let's go catch up with him. Yes, people, I'm here today with my main man, Sam Brice, family man, entrepreneur, and gym goer. How you doing, brother?
Good, bruv.
Good?
Yeah, good.
Good to see you, mate. Been buzzing for this one as well since you agreed to do it. It's definitely going to be good. Rustle some feathers?
Yeah, definitely. The other day, God.
I know.
Oh, you do a post and you're like, fucking, why did I say that? It weren't even worth the egg, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Sometimes I've done that. I put a post up and then thought, oh, do you know what? I can't even be bothered.
Well,
I can't even bother to reply to people and respond, oh, what do you mean by that? And I think, nah, it's just,
not worth the egg.
yeah, nah, forget it. So for people who don't know you yet, who is Sam Brice in your own words?
It's like Sam McGrafter, you know what I mean? Like I've always worked. I was a lorry driver before I became a businessman, and then set up my own company, grown that to what it is today, and love the gym, man. Like, but it's only been, I've always done a bit of fitness. Like, I've played rugby, loved fitness when I was like 18, 19. Then you get in a relationship, you get a bit content, stop going. But yeah, that's since say the last year, I've just been smashing it. I'm proper into it now, like proper. But yeah, no. So mainly and family man as well. I've got two young boys. I've got a 9-year-old, nearly 2-year-old now. Which is hard work.
Time flies, doesn't it?
Couple dogs. Yeah. So yeah, just busy all the time, mate. Like I just have to get up super early, get the gym out of the way so it's not affecting family life. Get into work, full day work, get home, and the evenings are my time with family. So that's my day.
Yeah, I mean, my day's pretty much similar as well. Get up early, work. I mean, I was going to the gym as soon as I got up, but I'm in an off season now. So me getting up and training straight away, it didn't really work. My strength sort of wasn't going up. My weight wasn't really going up. But then having a few meals before I actually train, then going to the gym benefits me so much more, so much better. Don't get me wrong, when it comes to cutting down, I'll go back to training fasted. So literally get up, wash my face, brush my teeth, fucking run out the door, get to the gym and go smash out my training session. And I'll do my cardio afterwards. But yeah, at the minute I can't train fasted. And being in an off season as well, you need that extra food, especially before your training session. Like, there's no need for me to be training fasted. So it's not really going to benefit me. I'm not going to have as good a session as I would be if I was to eat a meal. So for me, eat the meal. Everyone's completely different though. This is what works for me. This is what works for me. The only thing I've swapped around is instead of getting up and going to the gym straight away, I get up and work straight away. So now I haven't got to work as long in the evening. And then I fit my training session in around late morning when I'd be working anyway. So I've just swapped it around so it doesn't affect anything else. So
good. It don't affect family life or nothing like that?
Not really. The only thing that would affect family life for me is if I work a bit later because I want to get something done. I don't like to start a project and let it overrun and have to go back to it the next day. I like to get it done there and then whilst I'm working with it. And then once I've finished it, I can mentally switch off because it's done. It's not, I've got to do that tomorrow. Oh shit, but first I need to do what I was doing yesterday. I like to just sort of get it done, tick it off, close my laptop, and then work's done. I mean, it works for me. Sometimes it's not ideal. Sometimes it might be, I've got to come downstairs. I've got to bath the kids, get the kids ready for bed. Then once they're in bed, I can then go back up to my laptop. And then they're the nights that can end up being a little bit later, but it is what it is. It's just I'm just in a lucky position having my missus as well around that I can do that because it could be 10 times harder. I know other people that wouldn't be able to do what I do. So yeah, I'm very grateful and lucky that my missus is on board and she does help out massively.
Yeah, same. Yeah,
on that side as well. So What was your life like before you stepped into the world of bodybuilding and business?
Do you know what? I think it was easier. Like like when you're employed by someone, you don't have the stress. When you've worked for yourself, you'll know as well. You know, it can be. I think it's harder. You know, people think, oh, he's got his own business. He's all right. Do you know what I mean? But hey, if you ain't got the money in the bank, you start can't get paid. You always got to get the loan out to pay the staff. Do you know what I mean? So luckily, I ain't been in like that situation. But you know, it's on your mind and it's stressful. I wouldn't change what I'm doing now for the world. I love the job. I love the fact that I'm building something special for the family, and I love the fact that I'm building a physique. And I know it's like, well, I've learned how to bloody do it now. You know, when you're starting out and you haven't got the right guidance, I think that's so important. You need the right coach. You need something that works for you, not just the right coach, but somebody whose style is for you. I mean, you've either got like the lifestyle coach or a bodybuilding coach. Bodybuilding, and I used to do CrossFit as well before I got into this. Just wasn't for me. You know, I'm not I'm not a cardio guy. You know. I don't know whether you can tell. Yeah, so just lifting and the community as well. Community and gyms, banging.
Yeah. I mean, CrossFit's never been a bit of me. I look at it and think, yeah, that's hard work. And yeah, it's just, it's just, listen, you either like it or you don't. I like bodybuilding training. I like building a physique. For me, it's an art, and it is an art. What fascinates me the most with bodybuilding is the science behind it.
100%.
Do this, this, and this, and your body will do this.
Yeah.
You throw codes at your body, like different sort of foods,
crazy,
different ways of training, like how your body responds to it when you're throwing these kind of signals out. It's fascinating, mate. Yeah. It's fascinating. You must have seen when you was in your cutting phase and your weight was coming down every week, and you could visibly see change every single week. I mean, looking at the scale weight's not the only change you were seeing. That is one of the changes, but there's so much more to it than that scale weight. Like visually seeing your body changes in. You must have had it when you put on your boxes and it started to get loose around the waist.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy, isn't it?
You look down, it's all ripped.
Yeah, and it's like, what the fuck?
Oh, yeah,
like, these are Calvins, mate. Like, Calvins ain't cheap, man. I'm going to have to go and get, like, some more.
Yeah.
And then when you do go shopping and get those extra little bits, like your boxers and your clothes, when you come to bulk, you can't wear them again anyway.
Nah, you need to do 2 wardrobes.
Yeah, I've got, like, 2 wardrobes. I've got clothes that I can wear when I'm in off-season, but I can still wear the off-season clothes I can still sort of wear it when I'm in prep as well, because they're baggy, they just hang off me. But then the prep clothes, can't wear them, mate.
No.
Like my suitcase in my loft is all holiday gear. I can only wear that when I'm under a certain weight. Can't just wear that every day, so it just pretty much stays fresh. It just stays in the loft. It only comes out for holidays. Yeah. So
it's all still like kind of new to me though as well. Like I've only done it. I've done a cut, done a photo shoot, done a mini bulk for like 3 months, cut again. And now I'm into now I feel like, do you know what? Now you know what you're doing. I think the mini bulk was one of them. It was like, shit, I'm putting on weight. Like, what if you can't get it off again? You know, you've done this once before, but what if you can't do it? So you're a bit paranoid. But now I've done the process twice and trust the process. Now I know, let's go for it. Let's have a proper off season. Put on some serious muscle.
I mean, when you're doing it by yourself now, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you was working with someone, you haven't got that stress of worrying, is it going to work? Is it going to work? Because if your coach is good at what they do, it's going to work regardless.
You've just got to trust the process. Like, I think when you're deep in a cut and you feel flat, there's nothing of you. You feel crap, don't you? To be honest, you're flat. You look in the mirror and you're like, oh, this is rubbish. Then you put the carbs in, and then you're like, yes, let's go. And
it's like you go crazy. From like fucking 2D to like 4D.
Yeah, it's mental.
And it feels so good. And I mean, I know how exciting it is for when you have that carb day, but once you've had that carb day, mate, you feel like shit. You feel so tired. You just want to go to sleep.
Yeah.
But everything just starts popping out. Your muscle starts popping out because it starts getting full up because you restore your glycogen levels, and like you just start to swell up. And it's a good feeling. But I mean, for someone who didn't have a coach as well, and they was doing a cut, I think when it starts getting hard, a lot of people would fall off because because they haven't got a coach, they haven't got that reassurance, they haven't got that guidance. They haven't got someone saying, look, this is how you're meant to feel when you're at this stage. You'll feel like this because your body fat is low and your food's low. It's normal to feel like this. But when you're sort of self-guessing and going off your emotion, it's so easy just to say, do you know what? Like, this is too much. Fuck this. So I'd always say it's always good to get a coach. And even, I mean, a lot of people just get coaches for preps. I'd say the most important phase of bodybuilding is actually the off season. It's actually the off season. So it's
also,
it's
you've
always
got to give them a bit of time. So if you're going with a new coach, well, they need to have time to understand like how your body works, like how you're reacting to having more fats, more carbs. Or I didn't have that this time, and I felt, do you know what? You've done all that work. If you just had a little bit of guidance on that peak week of somebody, you know, saying, right, we're going to introduce this, like just trying to make you look sharp, I think I would have had a much better shoot. But yeah, it's all learning, mate.
It's all learning, mate. It's all learning, and you're doing it yourself now. So we're forever learning our bodies. There's never a point where, yep, I know my body now, because you can think that, but the reason that you're always learning is because every time you do a prep or go into an off season, your body's changed the time you did it before. So the base work is going to be kind of the same, but there's just going to be more tweaks that you're going to have to do this time around. Like every prep I've done has been similar, but it's been a lot different. It hasn't been fully the same. Right, follow this, what I've done last time, and get the result. I've started to follow it, and then, right, I've had to make a change here because I might have brought my weight down a lot quicker than I did last time, because this time around I'm burning new fat, which I've put on over the last few years. I'm not burning stubborn brown fat, which has been there since I was a kid, a little fat chubby kid. Yeah, that's cool. So never thought of that. Yeah, it's the preps will never ever always be the same. Similar, but not always the same. And if anyone says to you, right, there's a program, do that for 12 weeks, mate, it's cookie cut, man. It's bullshit. Like, yeah, right, you're going to start losing weight at the beginning, but changes needs to be made because your body adapts to what you're doing. We don't fix what's not broken. So if the goal is to bring your weight down every week and your weight's coming down every week, then don't make no change. Don't just start making changes because you feel or you want to make a change, because then it might hinder your weight coming down.
I guess it's probably the same with foods as well. Like if you're eating the same foods every single day, then your body is going to go, oh, it knows what it's having the next day. You need to mix it out of it. Maybe chuck a bit of, you're eating chicken every day, chuck a bit of lean beef in it or whatever. But
yeah. I mean, me personally, when it comes to food as well, I like to stick to the same sort of food. I see people swapping out foods all the time. Now, swapping out food when you're off season. So say, for example, you don't want rice, you want potatoes instead with your meal. Go for it. I'd happily do that myself. But when it comes to prep, I'm sticking to the same food in the same order every single day.
Just makes life so much easier.
So much easier. You don't even need to think about it, mate. You can just do your prep without even looking at it. Do you know what I mean? It's so easy, and your body's going to get used to the food you're eating. If you're then to start, because I know people who do it, if you're then to start pulling foods out, like, right, I'm gonna add some dairy, but you haven't had dairy for the last 10 weeks, so that's a bit of a risky one to add in, because your body might not respond to that how you want your body to respond to that. And it could set you back a couple of steps. Whereas if you stick to the same food you're eating, your digestion is going to be on point because you've had the same food for like the last 10 weeks or whatever.
Yeah.
But off season's a bit different. I mean, the only foods I would swap out in off season is, like you said, your chicken if you want beef instead, or my carb source. I generally probably keep the fats the same because the fat I have is fat I like anyway, and I like the fat I have all year round. I mean, I have avocados, coconut, virgin coconut oil, peanut butter. I like them fats.
It's been so nice adding that in.
So good.
Yeah, because obviously when you're in prep, you can't have that. You want to get as much volume as you can, can't you?
Yeah, of course,
so you don't have that. But now being able to introduce that, now you've got the calories to play with. It's like, yes, this is banging.
Yeah,
mate, I never have bagels in prep. I have like 3 a day. It's lovely.
I've seen them on your post, mate. I know how nice bagels are. I fucking love bagels, mate. I used to say to you, didn't I? Yeah, I've got 2 bagels now. I've gone up from the thins to the big ones. I've got the peanut butter, the jam, banging. I love bagels, man.
Yeah.
So Sam, you built your physique over the last 10 months. What sparked that journey?
I just got fed up, mate, of being fat. I know that's like obviously probably the most, but I mean, if you've obviously seen the transformation pictures of that, and you know, not being able to play with your kids properly, going out and fucking, you're always playing with your top and trying to cover yourself up, you're shy, you never get your body out in the summer or whatever. And I just thought enough was enough. So, I mean, I've got loads of pictures of when I joined the hut, on the Stairmaster as a chubby geezer. I just grafted and just needed. I mean, and also, I used to drink quite a lot as well. I even built a bar down my garden, so I'd go down there. I used to drink a lot. The diet was crap. In work, I'd pop and get McDonald's or Franklin's or whatever, and just it's no good. So I decided sort your health out. I never thought, I'm going to start doing bodybuilding. That wasn't a thing. I just thought, you know what, you need to lose weight. You're fat, and also with your relationship as well, my missus don't want to be with some fat bloke, So yeah, I just needed to sort it out, and just dialed in. Met Monica. Well, Monica's actually a family friend. She's a good friend of my wife's. She was like, I'll help you, and she's done actual bodybuilding competition for. So when I started seeing the changes, and I lost all of the fat, and obviously, like I said, I've done rugby and stuff before, so I obviously had some muscle underneath anyway. I started to see what was coming through. I was just like, wow, it just gives you such a good feeling. Like you can walk proud, and people treat you differently as well.
Big time, don't they?
They all proper treat you. Like if you go into a business meeting or whatever, you like people actually, they're interested. Or the amount of time, mate, every single, I was in Dubai a couple of weeks ago. Everyone that came out, obviously they haven't seen me for a year. They haven't seen me since last June. Every person, the first thing they said was, what the hell has happened? How did you do that? You look incredible. And it was just the spark of starting the conversation. And then we got onto the business and, it was completely different. Whereas before, would they have given me the time? Probably not. But it gives you something to talk about to start the initial conversation start. So yeah, it's helped me in more ways than I would ever think.
Yeah, it's crazy, mate. People, and also what people read off, like when you walk into the room as well, they can feel your confidence. You're walking into that room, chest up, head high. They're thinking, "Who the fuck's this geezer? Who is this? I want to know who this geezer is. I want to talk to this guy." And once the conversation starts, like you said, you start talking, and it starts to sway towards the business side. Before you know it, that's potentially a client that you've just took on, So yeah, people definitely look at you different, and the reason they look at you different as well is because they look at you and they aspire to be like you. They want to know how you've got there, especially from seeing how you was previous when you went out to Dubai to how you want. They want to know your journey.
Mad, the amount of messages I get. I mean, I'm not a coach, and I don't pretend to be a coach, and there's still loads more I need to learn. I've only, I'd say I've only been doing it not even a year, but man, every day, can you advise me on it? Every single day, I get one or two messages from different people, and and it's good. It's nice to have the knowledge, but also it can be a bit of a pain as well. Do you know what I mean? Like because they ain't gonna do it. Well, 90% of it. I mean, some of them might, but. It's like, if you're going to do it, ask me the question. I'm happy to help you. Do you know what I mean? But if you're not, don't waste my time.
I know. I know. I'd say there are more time wasters out there than go-getters.
Yeah.
Definitely. But that's the same with
business
as well.
They like the thought of it.
Yeah,
they
do
see
like
you and they go, "God, fucking no one be like that."
They want to look like that, but when you tell them to the work you've got to put in to get like that, I'm busy. I don't know. Well, fucking get up earlier, go to bed later.
Yeah.
Like I'm busy, I still manage to do it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
The other thing that gets me as well, I've had this a few times, like when I've been away or walking in town or whatever. People are walking in groups and they walk past, and you're over here and say steroids. They just they straight away go, boom. Like as if it's some magic thing that you just take and you're just going to get big. And it's bullshit. They don't see all of the graft behind it. You're getting up. I get up at 4:15 every morning to get to the gym. I'm there. I do an hour and a half weight training. Sometimes I do 30 minutes. Say 50% of the time I do 30 minutes cardio, 40 minutes cardio, and then the meal prep. And you stick to it. That's the key. Like if you ain't putting the right shit in your body, you ain't going to change. How many times you see people that have been going to the gym for, and they look exactly the same?
Yeah.
Because they've got one bit right. They've got the dedication to go to the gym, but unfortunately they can't
Yeah.
sort that other bit out.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing you get with being in shape as well. Obviously, they're just the haters. I was speaking to someone about it the other day, and I was saying, like, I personally wouldn't walk for a high street with my top off because of shit like that. I wouldn't want someone to say that, because now I'm in some. It's going to get my back up. I'm in a predicament now.
Yeah.
So it's better for me just to walk through in a vest or my t-shirt on and not get that. Because if you see a skinny guy walking through the street with his top off, no one even batters an eyelid. No, it's just normal. No one even looks, sort of thing. Abroad's a bit different. When I'm on holiday, I take my top off, but you don't really get that abroad. If anything, you get complimented when you're abroad. Oh yeah, you're in good shape. Or where is it? I went Turkey and I'm walking towards some guy and he's going, oh, look, Hercules. I just started laughing. I started laughing.
Big man.
Yeah, big man. You get that as well. I'm not even a big man. Yeah, you get that as well. But yeah, that's why I don't. Me personally, I'd like to feel comfortable with walking around with my top off, but I just don't want to have that confrontation with someone, man. You get so many dickheads, and the dickhead it's just usually the little one who sits at the back of the dickheads. That's about fucking 5 stone wet.
They're not prepared to do the grass.
They're definitely not
jealous.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's exactly what it is, and they're just uneducated, mate.
Yeah. They're
saying steroids, but they're out sniffing packets and drinking every single weekend. Exactly. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean? You played rugby at a high level. How did that experience shape you mentally or physically?
Well, I think any team sport just teaches you discipline. That's the main reason why I got into it, and that was really good for me as well. You know, like getting into a team sport, having the routine. You're training every Tuesday and Thursday. Your coach is getting you fit, teaching you new skills, and then you got the support of the weekend when you got match day. So, and obviously your parents, you know, so I think that's what got me into it, really, is having the structure. Same as it's exactly the same in gym, business. All scenarios are all the same. Just having the structure, building a bit of discipline, having something to work towards, and yeah, I think that's all these things in life. They're all contributing factors as to the man you become when you get older, aren't they? You know, like your parent, like my old man's father figure. Do you know what I mean? And taught me a hell of a lot. He was always a grafter. I worked 7 days a week for a lot of my life. Great provider. So that's the man I wanna be, you know.
Yeah, no, that's big, man. Definitely to be able to look up to your father and look at him and be like, yeah, you're exactly what I want to be like when I'm older. What does your current training style look like, and how has it evolved?
So, training style, to be fair, hasn't changed too much. I think even in off season, obviously you haven't got when you're in prep, you haven't got the calories, you haven't got the energy, but you still train with intensity. I'm not one of these people. Yeah, you know, I'm not saying I wouldn't do it, but I don't have a notebook and I don't go, right, I'm going to do that exercise, do 5 chest exercises, and this is what I lifted last week, and I want to better that. I know you should do that, but currently I don't do that. I just kind of just do what feels right for me. Like if I feel like, right, you've done lower chest, you've done your pec flyers. Now let's go into some upper. Right, and in between that, I'm going to grab the dumbbells and I'm going to do some raises, whatever. I just do what feels right for me at the time, and always to failure. I mean, just recently I've just started adding in. I'd go into failure, and then luckily I'll train with someone, James, and then I'll start working on negatives. So he'll help me. And then I'll just be doing the negatives down, you know, because you work, you know, I just feel like that's the best way to train. You're always going to failure. Now, just recently, I've switched it up a bit. It was always going between 8 and 12 reps, but now I'm making sure my last set I can only get 6, if that. I'm just trying to build up as much strength as possible while I've got the calories to do it. But you can still get the resistance on negative. So I've just been doing the last few weeks, been doing a lot of work on that, and I think it's good, man. You get a good, really real good stretch, and there's still something in the tank to do that. So but there isn't on the positive. So there's always more work to do.
I mean, say you're struggling on the positive on the way up, and your partner just gives you that little bit of a push to push you up.
Yeah.
Concentrating on that on the way down as well benefits you so much more. So much more. I mean, I see people train like this. That's doing fuck all, mate. That's doing fuck all. Muscle is built in the stretch part of the rep, you know? So say, for example, you're doing a lat pull down, you come down, squeeze, let it go up, but let it go up a little bit more so it stretches, in the hold, quick little hold, back down, squeeze, control, and then slowly back up. That is the best way to train. And that's how I've been training for the last few years. And the progress I've made over the last few years compared to the few years before that, completely different. I was never one that used to train like this anyway.
No.
But I'll just sort of come down, squeeze, back up. Down, squeeze, back up. But now I'm going a lot slower, which means where I'm going a lot slower, I can't lift as much as I was lifting before. I've had to bring the weight down slightly because I'm longer in the rep.
Yeah.
You know?
More under tension all the time.
More under tension all the time, yeah. And that's how we grow, mate. And failure is so important. Going to failure, that's where growth's made. That's where growth's made. And even on off season as well, I'm pushing to failure. Even on prep, I'm still pushing to failure. I mean, on prep, I'm not trying to go and get PBs or anything like that.
Of course.
But long as I'm pushing to failure and I'm walking out of that gym feeling like I could not do that session again, I know that I've had a good workout. So there's nothing wrong with not logging your workouts at all.
There's been times like recently, I mean, even though I've got more calories, there's been times recently where I'm like, no, but I still ain't done that, but I'm done. I can't. You know, you're physically done. What's the point?
Yeah,
they're going to be crap reps. If you're done, you're done. Just leave the gym and let yourself rest.
You know when you're done. Well, you do because you're pushing to failure. So you know when you're done. If you know in your head when you're walking out of that gym that you feel fucked, busted, and you feel that you couldn't go and do that session again, mate, you're done, man.
That's it.
Leave the gym.
Good stuff.
Yeah,
thank you very much.
Yeah,
another day in the bag.
That's it.
So this is probably a good time for us to get on to the rant.
The rant,
isn't it?
Yeah, the rant.
Yeah. So what happened? So I was done a little post, and this is down really. It's down to me not being as educated and you know on everything, and obviously everyone's different. Everyone's got different situations and the way that they want to do things. So I've done a post basically saying that look, if you're not gonna, you can do I've tried lifestyle and I've tried bodybuilding style coaching, and the bodybuilding style worked for me. Somebody telling me what to eat, this is what you're eating every day, I found that easy to stick to, and it made it easy in every form of life as well. Because like even going food shopping, what have I got to buy? I've got to buy eggs, I've got to buy chicken, I've got to buy oats, I've got to buy broccoli, I've got to buy microwave rice. That's it. Easy. Seasonings. Change your seasonings up on each chicken rice meal. Low calorie Heinz ketchup. No, it was easy, and that's what worked for me. But I understand some people that won't. You won't want to eat the same food every day. But once you've done it for the first couple of weeks is harder. Then once you've done that, it's easy. But with the lifestyle thing, I tried. It was easy macros. Some food options, some slow cooker recipes and stuff like that. But it was hard work. Going food shopping and buying all this different variety of stuff, and a lot of it was being thrown in the bin. Having to track every different meal, and then your meals were different the next day. Your meals were different the next day. Now, like with what I was doing with the bodybuilding, it was these are your meals, and that's what you're going to eat for the next week. It was just that was what worked for me. So that was the post that I put out, and I got loads of comments from different coaches and that, and it bugged a few people, which I understand. I'm not saying I wasn't trying to say your business model or whatever that doesn't work. I'm just saying it didn't work for me, and that's where I think. And also, I've tried CrossFit, didn't work for me. You know, I've tried lots of different things. That's what I'm saying. Like, you need as an individual, you need to decide what's right for you. Luckily, my recent coach, Monica, she was a bodybuilder, and then because I saw so much change, that's the kind of style, the route that I wanted to go down, because I was fascinated by how, if I change my macros a little bit, how different your body looks. It's wicked. Like, I'm obsessed with it. Every evening, it's all I watch on YouTube, and like it's a problem. It does become addictive.
Mm.
So that was basically what I was saying. I was getting loads of messages, and I was like, right, I need to just go on there and just kind of explain my reasoning, like explain why that worked for me. And I wasn't digging anyone out. If you want to, if that's your style of coaching, and there's obviously loads of clients out there that are looking for that style of coaching, but I'm just saying it didn't work for me. That was all.
Mm.
Another thing was banking calories, wasn't it?
Oh God,
there's so much stuff on.
That one.
Yeah.
I don't believe in that at all. I'd only sort of trust that with someone that's can hold themselves accountable, that's got a lot of experience knowing their own body as well. Giving that someone as you've just started working with, I think is the worst thing you could ever do.
Mm.
Yes, it does work, but it's not about, it does work. It's about if that person now relies on doing that all the time, because now they've created a bad habit. Now they're starving themselves for 2 days so they can have more calories on the weekend. Well, the 2 days they're starving themselves, they're feeling like absolute shit. Their mood's low, their energy's low because they're holding back on food. I don't believe you should ever be starving yourself to then go and have something that you're going to enjoy. You just start a bad habit with food, because then it becomes, right, if I do that every week, I can go out every weekend now.
Yeah,
that's not a good relationship, mate.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That literally creates bad habits. I don't believe in that.
I've got a proper addictive personality. So if I have the treat, I won't just have the treat. I know if I open up that treat drawer and I have a packet of crisps, I'm going to have 4 packets, and then I'm going to have, some chocolate bars and that. And then the next day, because I've done that that day, the next day at the same time, my mind's going, oh, when's the sugar coming?
Mm.
So then I'll do it the next day, and then you might go, oh no, I ain't doing that now, and then you're good for the rest of the week, and then the following weekend, I've worked hard this week, I deserve that. So I just don't have it. Just lock, for me, it's lock in, get the work done. I want to get my result within this amount of time. And the only way I'm going to do that is by locking in and doing the work properly. And that's how I got the transformation that I did, because I worked hard and I locked in. And when if people look at you and go, oh, that ain't possible, that ain't, it is. You just got to want it. You just got to, so.
Yeah, I mean, I don't believe in punishing yourself to have a treat. Shouldn't work like that. I mean, have the fucking treat. It's not gonna derail your progress. Have it once a week if you want to treat.
Yeah, but if you can do that.
What's that?
I can't do that.
Have it once a week?
I can't have the treat once a week.
You can't?
No, that's why I won't.
Do you find that when you've had the treat, all right, you've had the treat, but is it the next day that you feel, oh, I'd like to do that again?
Yeah, that's the thing. And then I'll, then I just know, because it's been a year, I know I'm not saying it's like loads of time, but it's long enough for me to know that don't do it. It's in Dubai. Went in Cinnabon. Have you ever had Cinnabon?
No.
Oh, fucking amazing, mate. I just had one. It's warm, squishy, with all the drizzle and that on it. Unreal. Well, 500 metres, probably. Ages. Yeah. Went back and bought another box of 4. And I gave let one of my brother-in-law have one, but I had the other 3, so I had 4.
Yeah.
And that's the type of person I am. So I just don't do it, Sam.
Yeah. But then if you've done that all in one sitting, then what's wrong with that? It's if you spread it throughout the day, I think then there's a problem.
Yeah. It's very fair. It didn't affect me too much. You're right, but just in my because
I mean, mentally,
I come back from Dubai stone heavier, and then the Monday I'd lost £9.
Yeah. I mean, if it's gonna, if when you're having it, you're saying to yourself, oh, I shouldn't be having this, then don't have it. Because there's nothing worse than eating it and then just feeling like absolute shit because you regret having it. Yeah. And that's also what can build a unhealthy relationship with food as well. Like when I actually have my off-plan meal, I like to call it off-plan meal because it's not, when I mean off-plan meal, generally I have what I'm eating on a day-to-day, but in volume, loads of it. So if I'm having 300 grams of potato a day, well, now I want a kilo of potato a day for my off-plan meal.
Yeah.
But what I call it a cheat meal is if I'm to then throw cookies, donuts, ice creams, and all that sort of stuff into the mix as well. That's what I class as a cheat meal.
Yeah.
So having that once a week for me, it works. Sometimes I don't have it because I don't feel I want to have it. But sometimes, like, I just come back from Turkey. I had what? Probably about cakes like that. I had half of 4 of them, probably. And I actually forced myself to have that. I thought, no, you eat it because you need to eat because you're meant to have it. It's Saturday. I was thinking, like, I can't even be fucked to have it.
Yeah.
But I made myself have it. I come back from Turkey and I was a kilo down. I'm a bit pissed off for dropping a kilo, but I'd be even more pissed off if I'd have put on a kilo.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's not so bad. I mean,
also like it all goes down to everyone's individual goals, isn't it? Like,
yeah,
I could now, now my calories are at 4,100 or whatever that. I could do that. I've got that to be able. I could do it, but in my mind, I just want to. I've told you, Sam. You said you're going to do it clean, so stick to it.
Yeah, definitely. Because then it just avoids you having that regret feeling, and that's what makes you feel like shit. Because you feel like you failed yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
And you feel like you've lied to yourself. Because that's the only person you lied to yourself. Like, it's irrelevant to anyone else. It don't matter to them.
It's all the YouTube, mate. It's all in me everywhere. It's like, dirty bulk, clean bulk. What's better for you? Look at lean
dirty bulk. Don't even get started on that.
Fucking
hell, see it and eat it. Fucking, that's what I first did when I first started training. Got even fatter than what I was.
Yeah. I was talking to Zach in the gym earlier when he was on the Stairmaster, and I was like, mate, like, you can't tell me that if you had 6,000 calories of fried chicken and 6,000 calories of normal chicken and rice, that one ain't better for you than that one.
Yeah.
I'm just 6,000 calories. I'm telling you, you are. I think if you done in my mind, if you've done that for 6 months, you're definitely going to look different if you had that. So, in my opinion, I'd rather just keep it clean and lean and
keep it clean, keep the digestion on point, skin looking healthy and fresh. I mean, I could have, not that I do, but a dirty kebab. Brother, next day I've got a few spots now when I wake up in the morning. I feel lethargic. I feel like absolute shit. If I was to have a Domino's, don't get me wrong, Domino's tastes banging, especially when you got that garlic dip. It tastes unreal. But the next day, I feel slumped. I feel like shit. But it tasted good at the time. But when I look at it now, that taste is not worth how I feel the next day.
And listen to your body, mate. Like, when I was in Dubai, mate, I was popping Gaviscon like I was going out of fashion. And then I get it now I'm back and I'm sweet.
Oh my, I get that as well. Like, I had that in Jamaica. I had to jump on the Gaviscon because where I was eating food that I'm not usually used to eating, like high and fatty foods as well, mate, it fucked my stomach. One of the days I was bedbound. I couldn't come out. I had stomach cramps and everything. And Mum was like, "What's up with you?" She was like, I was like, this is what I'm telling you. It's because I'm not eating what I usually eat. And this is what it does to me. You know? So listen to your fucking body. Gaviscon and Imodium are the 2 things I make sure I pack in my suitcase, mate. Touch wood, the Imodium I had to use for a while. I mean, I got hit hard when I was in Dominican. Oh my God, literally going toilet every second, mate. It was bad. Like, I'd eat and then boom, I'm on the toilet straight away. But yeah, Jamaica, all good. Turkey, all good. I've not had no bowel issues.
That's nice. Keep that in.
Mate, honestly, thank me later. And trust me, when you go to the little shop in the hotel and you want to buy Imodium, and they know that that's one of their top sellers, you're paying £30 for 6 tablets. That's what happened to me. I got stung. So now, pound shop, and I buy a few boxes and I'm good. But you can only buy 2 boxes, so you need to take someone else with you so you can get 4, because you're going to need them, I'm telling you, if you get caught with whatever, because it's not worth it. Otherwise, you end up spending 100 quid on trying to sort yourself out, and it's not like you can eat the food anyway. So you started your business with £300 and now turnover 1.6 million. What's been the key growth to that?
Reinvest every penny. Don't get greedy at the start. Don't think, I've got a few quid left. Just go and go and blow it on the same person. You just keep reinvesting into the business, keep working hard. Like don't get content. Look at what your competition's doing. Look at how you can be better. For instance, my stores, I've made sure that my stores have got the best variety, and we try and make sure that we've always got stock. So, you know, if the customer comes in and wants a specific coil, then we should have it. You know what I mean? It doesn't, obviously it can't always happen. You might have an influx of customers that all want the same coil in 1 week, but social media is a big thing. You got to be on it. And when you own your own business, you've got to be on every job. You've got to be on top of your social media. You've got to make sure that the shops are operating properly, and the staff are doing their job properly. All of your accountancy stuff's being done. Your cash flow's good. Reconciling's been good. You've just got to do everything. When you get into the position where you've got the spare revenue that you can employ somebody to do that job, do it. Make sure that person's better than you at that job. Get the people to do the jobs that you're not very good at. That's what I would say. I was rubbish at marketing, like editing stuff on Canva. I was no good at it. Get someone that's good at that. Paperwork. I can't stand sitting at a desk all day. Unfortunately, that's the way my job went. I opened up my first store, and I was just serving customers. Absolutely loved it. How you doing, Doris? You all right? Come here, get a cuddle. Like good customer service as well. Go above and beyond for your customers. So important. Make them feel like family. Ask them the question. What are you up to this weekend? How's your son? How did your son's football training go? Give that personal touch. It's so important. So important. Because then that customer, they're not going to go anywhere else. If you've got a good barber and you've got a good relationship with your barber and they do a good job, you ain't going to go somewhere else, are you? So that's what it's about.
Yeah, I mean, communication goes a long, long way. A long, long way. And just even taking like 2 minutes out of your day, just like you said then, what are you up to this weekend? How's your kid getting on at football? Don't cost nothing.
And also, but the thing is, as you're growing a business, you're taking more and more responsibility on, and you find that you've got less time to do that. So you need to make sure that you're giving yourself that time to do that. Don't put too much pressure on yourself, because that bit's fucking important. That's how you got to where you are now. The customers that come through your door each week, that's who pays the wages of all your staff. You need to make sure that your staff recognise that as well, because without them, you ain't getting paid. So,
I mean, for someone who's starting a business, to go off what you've said, yes, that's what they should work towards, but it's quite hard to start off like that because you've got to be the person that's doing all the jobs.
You've got to do everything.
Because you haven't got the cash flow to be able to sub it out to someone else to do it.
And get yourself on a course as well. That was one of the first things I'd done because you've got the time. You've jacked your job in, you're at home, get yourself on a course. You don't know how to do bookkeeping. You don't know how to set up a business. You don't know how to get a business bank account. At the start, I know I was. I have to put this on camera, but you're taking money personally, so you need to get things in order as soon as possible, really.
And would you say track everything when it comes to business as well?
You can track everything anyway. Like if you've got a decent software, we use Zero. It's really good. You can see growth if there's a pattern, and then we can go on our EPOS system where we sell stock, see what products are trending. Like it's all boring stuff. I don't want to be talking about that on this podcast. But yeah, you've got. But there's none. You do need to track everything, 100%. Find out what's working. And it's a bit like for yourself with social media. If you're doing something on YouTube and you're at a banging topic, like I know from watching all of the podcasts and that I do, people love to watch what people eat. What I eat on a 4,000 calorie diet. People love that. So that's why you get millions of them on YouTube, because they're the ones that get the hit. So,
mate,
do you know what I mean?
I'm a sucker to it. I love it as well, especially on prep.
Yeah.
I love that. I love watching people
eat. If you see that and that's your business, then do it. It's spotting these opportunities.
It's interesting what other people eat as well. I see some things, I think, oh, yeah, all right, okay, fucking hell. All right, I might have to give that one a go one day, and I'll open my notes up, and I'll add food to my notes, and I'll put a question mark, next prep, and when I come to do my next prep, my meal plan, I'll look through and I think, right, I'm going to try that this time, try that. But most of the time, I'll just stick to the basics anyway. I'll add these little bits in just to see how I'll get on with them. But yeah, most of the time I just stick to the basics when it comes to adding in foods.
I never would have added cereal in, never, because I've always been told sugar, make sure you keep your sugar down, all that. And now I think, you know what, like if 90% of my other meals are good and you're not off season anyway, if you want to add a bit of sugary cereal in it, have it.
I'll be honest, mate. Every time I see your post, I click your thing and I have to quickly click past it because some of the meals that you're putting up, if I don't click past, I'm going to eat my phone because some of them meals look good, especially the ones in the morning look really good.
See today, 2,200 calories before 9:30.
I did, and I had to quickly skip past that one because I'm thinking I've just had a breakfast, and it looks like I'm going to end up having my next 2 meals in one go in a minute.
Yeah.
If I'm to, so I'll be honest, mate, I had to skip past it. Some of your meals looking good though, man.
My goal is to just, mate, I want to be the biggest bloke in Medway. Do you know what I mean? I want to put on loads of muscle. On walk in the gym, people be like, "Fucking hell, look at the size of that guy."
Like
that's
you just hear dumbbells hit the floor, like, who is that?
Yeah. But in my head, I just want to push myself as far as I can go. That's it.
Yeah,
that's my goal.
Love that. Biggest guy in Medway.
Ain't gonna happen, is it? Bloody Ben Gardner. Another way to go.
What's one thing you wish more young entrepreneurs knew about building something from scratch?
I would say, if you've got an idea and it's good, take a bit of risk. Look, don't throw all of your eggs in one basket. Like, if you've got a job, like for me, I had a job, and I was doing the vape thing on the side. I was doing raffles, so I started off doing raffles on Facebook because at that time it was allowed. I was doing £2 a number, 60 numbers, 120 quid. And I was making like 60 quid a raffle. I was doing 3 or 4 of them a day. That's a good amount of money coming in, and it was taking me minutes. I was posting it, and then they were sold. So I was working. I had the safety of my job and that at the same time. And then, so I built it to that. And then I thought, look, if I weren't doing my normal job and I was putting all of my energy into this, where could I be? And so what I'm saying is it was there already. I had the customer base. I had the people. I had people coming to my house. I had a spare room converted into like a little shop. Spare bedroom, yeah. Get something set up as a sideline. Put a bit of money into it. See if it works. What you got to lose? I would advise anyone to do it. Find a product. Go on TikTok and find something that not many people are selling, but you think it could be high in demand. Put 400 or 500 quid into it. Like, you could go and spend that on a tracksuit or on a pair of trainers. Find a $2 item on Alibaba that you think could do well on there. Maybe do it even in your own brand. Import it from China. Get it listed. List it on eBay. Whatever. My industry is hard because it's no ratings product, so I can't go live on TikTok and that and set up a TikTok shop. Mate, if I weren't doing this, 100%, I'd be researching what products from China I can import. The minimal ain't going to be a big investment. I'd have that camera in that room, and I'd be going live all day long. All day. And in each room, I'd have a different product in there, and somebody else going live for me selling that product on TikTok. It can be done. You just got to have belief. If it's going to, like gamblers, they say, like, gamble what you can afford to lose. Like, I treat it like it's lost. I mean, just, like, what have you got to lose? Just do it. Have more belief in yourself. And if you work hard at it, you'll make it work. And
where you are now, you took a risk to get where you are now, right? And that risk is paying off.
100%. 100%. Stressful, though. You've got sort of the staff, and you think, their livelihoods rely on you. But it's good.
What does a typical day in your life look like right now?
I wake up between 4 and 4:15, go downstairs. Most of my meal prep's already done the night before, but obviously sort all that out. Have my breakfast before I leave. Get to the gym for about 5:45, 6 o'clock. Normally do 10 minutes walking or something, and then I'll jump into the weights. Do about an hour and a half weight session, cardio, leave, come into work for 9, have my next meal. My post-workout meal will be the biggest. It'll have most carbs in it. Just trying to, because it'll just be absorbed straight away, because where you've worked your muscles so hard, it'll just all be sucked in. And then work, another meal at 12, another meal at 3. I'll then get home at about 5:30. I'll have my dinner straight away. The missus has normally cooked that for me, so I'll have that at 5:30. Get my son ready for bed, and I'll have another meal at 7:38. Go to sleep. That's my day. The thing is, it doesn't sound that glamorous, right? But I'm a sucker for routine. Like, I know with the routine I've got now, everything works. My training's on point, my diet's on point, my home life's on point, and my work's on point. What else do you want from life? You want to be fit, you want to be have a good work balance, and you want to have a good home life balance. It works.
What's something you've had to build rep by rep outside the gym?
Main thing is business. You know, there's the previous house. Before I moved into the house that we had now, we had that fully redeveloped. Main thing's business. Main thing's business is, you know, you need to, as the business evolves, you need to adapt. But we're going to end up going over the same stuff that I've already covered. But yeah, my main thing is business. I'd say.
What keeps you grounded when things get overwhelming or fast paced?
Gym.
Gym.
No, but it does, you know, like at the end of the day, that space is like that. I get in the zone. When I get in there, people would see me and I'll be pacing around, preparing myself for my next set. On my top set, you know, I will make some fucking noise because I'm going for 6 reps and I'm going to fucking have it, mate. I'm going to make sure I get those 6 reps. I'm going to make sure they're good reps. And we're going to failure. So, you know, I'm going to be putting everything into that. So, yeah, the gym for me is it's my space. It's my time where I can switch off from all of the problems that I've got going on with work. And there's always problems at work. There's always cash flow problems. I've got a machine downstairs that we ain't had working for bloody 4 weeks that I've had, and it was like 35 grand machine. Every day there's a problem with work. Just recently, you know, I've had a lot of like people ill in my family. I've lost family and stuff. So, but when I get into the gym and, you know, I can just switch off and just give my all and relieve any of those stresses. And I come in and then I'm like, oh, morning. Like nothing ever happened. You know, so for me, the gym is so important. If anyone's got any mental health problems, and you're not a gym goer, get yourself in a gym. Even if you're just going to walk on a bloody treadmill, put your headphones on, put a podcast on or something, just switch off and just forget about the world for an hour.
Hopefully put the Mind Muscle Hustle podcast on.
Yeah, there you go.
You're doing what you're doing. Boss, done.
Little plug there.
That's it, you know, get that on. Yeah. If someone's listening who wants to chase a big vision, be it body, business or both, what's one thing you'd want them to know?
You get out what you put in with anything in life. So if you want it, it's going to be just know from the start, nothing comes easy, because if it was easy, everyone would be doing it. You've got to work harder than the person. You've got to work harder than any other person that wants to achieve that same goal. And that applies to everything. You want to be a bodybuilder, you want to be a top bodybuilder, you need to get your nutrition on point. You need to, you know, okay, some people say it's genetic. I appreciate there are genetics do come into it, but if you're a fucking grafter, you're going to look unreal. If you give, you know, just put your effort into everything you want to do in life, business, and make sure a lot of what is hard to do is get the balance between both. I found that I did get maybe it's just me, but I get quite obsessed. So like I say, I'm obsessed with the gym. So, you know, whereas previously in the evenings I might be watching a load of business podcasts, but now I'm finding myself watching bodybuilding podcasts. So it's getting that balance as well. You've got to remember that, you know, whether you've got 1 goal or 5 goals, you know, split your time evenly and just to do your best you can with the time you've got.
Love that. I just want to say thanks for coming on, brother. It's been a pleasure, mate. It's been good to get some insights of your life and business and your training and how you've transformed your body over the 10 months. Is there anything else you'd like to say? Where can people find you on Instagram, YouTube?
So Instagram's just I haven't got like a separate one for bodybuilding, Sam Brice 52, but you can, if you want to see the transformation, then you can have a look on there. Yeah.
Is there a page for this store?
Yeah, so my company is called Irresistible Vapes. We've got 3 locations in Medway area. We've got one in Strood, one at Strood High, Strood Tollgate Lane, one on Medway City Estate, which is the one we're at now, and one in Raynham. And we've got an online store, and we've got Instagram pages for our shops and our brands.
Guys, I shall put the Instagrams up on the screen.
Cheers, brother.
Now, go check it out. I just want to say again, thank you for having me.
Cheers, bro.
It's been a pleasure. and I wish you all the best in the future.
Enjoy, man.
Nice
Good
one, bro.
work.